Today we are expanding our showdown to a full 7-minute deep dive into the titans fighting for your workflow, Claude 4.6, Minimax, and GLM 5.1. We aren't just looking at benchmarks, we're looking at the best real-world examples that prove these agents are ready for production. The landscape has shifted from chatbots to autonomous engineering teams. If you're still using AI just for code snippets, you're living in the past. Let's look at how the biggest players are redefining the boundaries of what's possible. Claude Opus 4.6 is the standard bearer. Its 1 million token context window allows it to hold an entire enterprise-scale codebase in memory. But it's not just about size, it's about the new adaptive thinking engine. This allows the model to budget its own cognitive effort, moving from instant answers for simple syntax checks to deep causal reasoning for architectural decisions that span dozens of microservices. But here is the best example of its power: agent teams. Imagine you're migrating a legacy system to a modern microservices architecture. In 2026, Opus doesn't just give you a plan, it builds the team to execute it. The model acts as a lead engineer, spawning multiple sub-agents. One handles the API service, another the database migration, and a third the front-end components. These agents collaborate in parallel sessions, maintaining their own context. They message each other to resolve dependency conflicts, catch errors in their respective layers, and coordinate a synchronized pull request. This isn't just code generation, it's autonomous project management at scale. Inside the agent team, Opus uses a specialized messaging protocol. Teammate agents can challenge the lead's logic, request more context, or report dependency blockers in real time. It's not just a hierarchy, it's a living, breathing engineering conversation. In real-world tests, this architecture achieves a 76% success rate on the MRCR v2 benchmark. This means it can find the needle in a 1 million token haystack, making it the ultimate tool for deep, cross-service debugging. You can dump 30,000 lines of complex logic into one session, and Opus won't lose the thread. It identifies the root cause of a bug that bridges your gateway and your persistence layer in seconds. It's the senior engineer every project needs. Now let's look at the disruptor, Minimax M2.7. It's built on a recursive self-improvement pipeline that is completely unique in the industry. While others are static, M2.7 is designed to evolve. M2.7 actives only 10 billion parameters per token, allowing it to deliver flagship results at 1/50th the cost of Claude Opus. It's built for scale and tireless background operation. Minimax's best example is in quantitative finance. You can task an M2.7 agent to build and optimize a Pine Script V6 trading strategy autonomously while you sleep. The agent researches current market volatility, implements the logic, and runs its own backtesting harness. It identifies capability gaps in its own strategy and generates synthetic data to improve its next iteration. This same recursive logic allowed it to improve its own training weights autonomously, achieving a 30% performance lift without any human help. It's the Ouroboros protocol in action, and it's incredibly cheap to run. The secret to Minimax's evolution is its synthetic data engine. When the model fails a task, it doesn't just stop. It creates a targeted training set based on that specific failure to patch its own capability gaps. This is how it achieved that 30% performance jump in weeks. Finally, the open-weight heavyweight, GLM 5.1. Built on a massive 744 billion parameter MOE architecture, it's a powerhouse for developers who want frontier power locally. On coding benchmarks, it's practically tied with Opus, and with the Zday coding plan, it gives you near-frontier performance integrated directly into your favorite IDE for just $10 a month. The best example here is how it handles autonomous debugging. When you map GLM 5.1 into your IDE, you don't just get snippets, you get a partner. The model pulls logs, deployment history, and database states to suggest incremental fixes. It's an autonomous debugger right in your terminal, catching errors before they reach production. It even ranked #1 on Vending Bench 2, demonstrating it can manage a simulated business across a full-year horizon. It's the king of temporal consistency in the open source world. To manage its 200,000 token window, GLM 5.1 utilizes DeepSeek sparse attention. This technique allows the model to maintain high retrieval quality while dramatically reducing the compute needed for long context tasks. It's the reason Zday AI can offer this power for a flat $10. Looking beyond these models, the future of agentic engineering is even more radical. We're talking about persistent security auditors and AI ops systems that never sleep. Agents will watch every pull request, running automated penetration tests and cross-referencing against global vulnerability databases in real time. Security becomes a living part of your code. In the security world, we're seeing persistent agents that live in your GitHub repos. They don't just scan code once, they watch every single pull request, running automated penetration tests and cross-referencing against global vulnerability databases before any human ever sees the code. And AI ops, where agents respond to cloud monitoring alerts, identify the breaking commit in seconds, and initiate an autonomous rollback or hotfix. This is the future we're building toward. And for infrastructure, AI ops agents are now responding to live monitoring alerts. They identify a failing microservice, trace the breaking change back through the commit history, and initiate an autonomous rollback or hotfix based on the error logs. Human in the loop is becoming human on the loop. So here's your final 2026 scorecard. Claude 4.6 for high-stakes multi-service architecture, Minimax M2.7 for tireless low-cost autonomous background grind, and GLM 5.1 for the most powerful open-source IDE integration on the market. Each has a place in a modern developer's toolkit. The tools are ready. The only limit is what you decide to build with them. Let me know in the comments which model you're using. Like, subscribe, and stay in overdrive. See you next time.